Ski Studios in the house. What's up? Hey, I'm going to do a little test right here, right? So, I know I always talk about negative things. Sometimes I talk about positive, trying to change your mindset and all that. But, I'll tell you this, I'm kind of guilty of it too. But a lot of times when people listen to shit, it's the negative shit that catches their attention. If you say, like, if I told you, like, I came on here and I say, hey, yeah, woke up today, I went, drove to work, friggin' got breakfast, whatever, went there, did my job, da-da-da-da. Nobody gives a shit, right? You don't care, do ya? Maybe you want me to do good, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to see the friggin' car crash. But I'll tell you this, like, as long as I feel like I feel today and I listen to the Lord, man, I'm going to make it. But it's like, I was thinking about stuff like that because it's like, especially like a big part of my life was music. I love music. And like the first song I remember, and I still know all the words to it, with so much drama in the LBC, kind of hobby, Snoop D-O-W, G. But it's like, you think about what's it talking about? It's talking about drinking, girls, whatever. And then you hear Snoop's a Crip from, West Side, whatever, and, he beat a murder case, whatever, and what happened? He gets bigger, you know what I mean? You kill somebody, you get bigger, and then you got, like, these new rappers out there, like, I don't really know the songs, but, I heard of them, like King Von, now it's coming out, dude was a serial killer, and it's like, and then you got people saying, oh, he wasn't convicted of any of that, da-da-da-da. And then other people are like, bro, he wanted people to know. If you told him he wasn't a killer, he'd kill you, And it's like these people, it's like I'm kind of getting off it, but kind of not. Like, you keep hearing these things in the songs, right? And, like I know me and I know a lot of my friends, we either, our family was divorced, our fathers weren't in the house, or they were working all the time, you know what I mean? And they didn't really have somebody to guide them. And and you look up to like idols and you hear rap music and over, I know I probably said it before, but you think about get money, sell drugs, bang broads, fight, stab, rob, shoot and all this shit, oh, you gotta be real, man, you ain't real, dog. Da-da-da, you ain't real, you gotta be solid, man, hold it down, don't rat nobody out, da-da-da-da. And it's like all just like in the whole realm of things, like, oh, I seen like a rapper named Boozy, Little Boozy or whatever the hell his name is. He's funny, he's wicked funny to listen to, but he's like, oh, if you snitch on people, you're taking people away from their parents, and I'll be honest, like, I kind of really believe in not ratting out. If you go and you do a crime, I feel like you should take the hit. You know what I mean? If you get caught, don't bring everybody else down. But then in another sense, it's like, bro, people, hurting people because people got ratted out. But then it's like, the stuff you did to people hurt people, And this other guy was talking about, you think about selling drugs. Oh, the person wanted drugs. When I bought drugs, I wanted drugs, So it's like, was I really a victim of that? But like, I didn't have kids, but like some people did. And it's like, you're like, mainly the most thing I sold was coke. And, like somebody's kids might not be having a Christmas because they spent the money with you, and you like say, justify it like, oh, if I didn't do it, they would have went somewhere else, But, back then you didn't have to worry about fentanyl being in everything, and, it's just the wrong thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of this stuff is teaching our kids the wrong thing. You hear this music. I don't fully believe that they should be teaching some of the stuff they're trying to teach in school to kids. I don't feel like kids need to learn that stuff. Little kids, don't need to hear anything sexual. Like, I don't think it was till like 5th grade before I had like some type of health class like that. Like there's got to be a thing like, oh, if somebody's doing something, you got to say something, to your parents or or a teacher or something, because you know you can't have kids getting hurt like that. I definitely don't support that shit. So like, you know, and the kids are the most purest form we have in here. You know, a lot of the people that got messed up on shit, like, come on. You know, we didn't have the perfect lives out there, you know, as kids. You know, we took on a lot of stress and pressure and shit that we didn't need. You know what I mean? So, and, you know, some of us turned into other shits. You know, some of us turned into friggin' drug addicts. So what are you going to do? But I got a little story, dude, right? I was riding back from Lawrence with my buddy, and he had this, I'm trying to think of what kind of car, like a Beretta or some shit. A Chevy Beretta, I think that's the name of it. It kind of looks like a Cavalier, but whatever, dude, right? We're driving and the hood's like shaking. I'm like, bro, dude, that shit's about to like go. He's like, dude, I know how my car is, da-da-da. I'm like, we're getting into an argument. All of a sudden, boom! The friggin' hood comes, dude, we're going down the highway. Boom! Right into the friggin' windshield. And glass went everywhere. I'm like, you motherfucker, you know? Like, whatever, you know? I know what kind of talk this is. I know my talks ain't been like they normally are, you know? Cause a lot of them I like doing like jokes and shit, you know? Stories of shit I did, you know? And I do have stories, but some of the stories I got, like, I can't fucking remember if I told the shit or not, you know? And I'll tell you one thing, right? I got it, my first time I got a DUI, all right? I went to go to, I was doing roofing, right? And I went to go to work. I was up all night drinking. I couldn't find the fucking job. There was no GPS back then. GPS back then. So I turned back through, and I'm going through Groveland. And if you don't know Groveland, man, they pull you over for anything if they ain't seen your car before. So, friggin' go down. I'm driving, and I'm almost to the bridge. And all of a sudden, I see a cop coming like the opposite way. All of a sudden, he whips around. I'm like, mother effer, right? So I go up over a little hill, and I take a right, and I'm jetting down, like trying to get away from him. Fucking guy turns down the road. I'm like, motherfucker. So, whoop. So I friggin' pull over. He gives me this ride. I'm telling you, I friggin' passed the thing. I'm like 1,000, 1,000 with 1 foot up, 6 inches above the ground. And I get to like 61,000. I go, what 1,000 do I got to count to? Because I've been up for a minute now. He's like, all right, you're good. And then, you know, he did follow the pen. And then he did do the alphabet backwards with 1 second in between each letter. And it was like, dude, I was up all night. And I got to like, and somehow I looped back around. I can't fully remember, but it was like somewhere near, I remember it. And I looped back, and I was doing the same letters again. I'm like, he's like, that's it, da-da-da. I blew 3 times, dude, before I blew over. But he kept telling me, like, it didn't work. So whatever, dude, right? So I end up going in there, right? I'm in there, right? And it's early morning, dude, probably like 6 in the morning, right? All of a sudden, like, dude, hours and hours is going by, and I'm, like, screaming through the little hole. I'm just at the police station in Groveland. I had, like, a little blanket or something, and I rolled it up, and it was weird. They had phones right across on a cord, across from every cell. So through the food port, it's like a regular cell on a block, but through the food port, I took the blanket, and I was trying to wrap the cord around the blanket and then bring it into the cell because they had the hang up on it. All of a sudden, someone comes flying in. What are you doing? I go, what are you doing, man? I've been in here all day. They fucking forgot about me. They forgot about me that I was even in there because it ended up being like 8 at night. And I was there from all time in the morning. No water, no nothing. And it's a big thing. But what I was going to say, though, is like when I did originally call for bail for my buddy he actually did come. And they never let me out. They said, he's going to court. And then I never went to court and nothing. So they ended up just having to let me out. But one thing is when I called my buddy on the phone, I was like, I was drinking last night. Dude, they get your phone call and they use that shit against you. I didn't know they could do that. But I admitted to drinking all night, but that was the night before. You know what I mean? And it took me 3 times before I blew over. So you tell me who's messed up. You know what I mean? I don't know, it just aggravated. But, let's be honest, I did drive messed up too many times. You know, I never hit nobody or nothing, but I could have. You know, and a lot of people think I'm a scumbag. But I'll tell you this, when I put a drink of alcohol in me, you can't tell what I'm going to do. I can't tell what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm nuts, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, I got a story. I don't know if I should do it on this one, because it's kind of got to be like one at the beginning, because I don't know if people are going to hang on to this one. I'll probably do it in a couple days. I got it. It's about paint. I hope I didn't do it before. But, if I did, man, somebody remind me if you see it. I'll tell you one thing, right? When I look on the numbers on YouTube, it will say one number. And then when I go into my YouTube studios, which is like when you have a channel, you get it, even though it's like, I ain't got shit, man. Like, what do I get? Like 10 to 30 views on each video? And I got to post them on Facebook, because the last one I didn't post on Facebook, it says I got like 9 views. But, and on the thing it says 8. But, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, you fucking tell me, guy, alright? You get your fucking ass out there and you do some fucking work. You know? But, I'm going to meetings. I'm doing alright. What do you want to say, huh? I'm fucking working out. I can tell my arms look big. I'll tell you that, bro. I gotta weigh myself, because, like, my arms definitely are getting bigger. Like, the back. Look at that. That's like almost like horseshoe material right there. You know what I mean? For anybody that knows what I'm talking about. Really, it kind of is. But I got to work on my biceps. My biceps ain't that good. You know what I mean? I'll get them. Fucking around. Whatever, dude. You know, people see this shit. You know what I mean? Like, people are seeing this shit. Fucking nut job, bro. You know? Sometimes, I'll be honest. Sometimes, like, when I talk to this shit, it's almost like therapy for me. You know what I mean? Because I can say anything on here. And I know, like, some people do listen to this. And, like, it's like, how can I really regularly talk about this shit? But and sometimes in my meetings I talk about shit, you know. Like, I just talked earlier about God and shit at the meeting I was just at. But it is what it is, man. I'm getting there. I'm still freaking clean. The Suboxone shit, man. I wanted to be off. I'm slithering the shit down, because this girl from the meeting tonight I had last week, she was telling me I was coming down too quick. So I'm going a little slow, but my goal, I don't care, dude, is the end of this month. No, next month, because next month's tomorrow. If anybody sees this, it's probably the month that you're on. Unless you're watching this in years from now, who knows? I might not even be here and you're watching this. If I am, man, I love all you guys that care about me. Remember that shit. Hey, peace out. Do whatever you're going to do. But don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll tell you, I made good choices today. So pretend like I'm on your shoulder. Have a good day. Peace out, mother effers. Ski Studios, like, subscribe. Support your man. I've been stuck on 68 forever, dog. Somebody fucking subscribe.